observed how little the French police do, how tokenistic their efforts are, how they just jog behind groups of migrants as they head for the beaches. They know precisely when those boats are leaving, and all they do is put in place a few vehicles that are there purely symbolically, and a few first aiders perhaps to treat some of those that don't make it onto the boats, because the migrants have to wade into the water. It's really quite hard to clamber into those dinghies. They can't come too close to the beach, and all the French are doing is mopping up afterwards, and they allow the same people to have another go that didn't manage to get on the boats.
If you look at that footage for 1 second, and we're playing it if you're watching on YouTube, I mean, Isabel is right. There's just reams of gendarmes. They're just watching these people paddle out 200-300 yards. They're standing either side of these people with their guns. We are paying the French 500 million. It does come back, Isabel, and it's really easy, isn't it, doing this to use to get into a situation where you just throw lines out. Common sense. Where's the common sense in giving £500 million to a country who are doing absolutely nothing to help a crisis problem? Oh, they stab a boat after it's gone. I just don't understand how our government is so stupid that it allows this to happen.
Well, we are going to see these crossings escalate this year, I believe. Yeah. And I don't believe it's just going to be from France, by the way. I think this is going into a whole different level this year. As the weather gets better, we've become very used to clocking the numbers that are coming over from the routes that we know. I believe that there are new routes that are being developed by the people smugglers. Keir Starmer has manifestly failed to smash the gangs. He's not smashed any gangs at all. The gangs are responding to pretty much unlimited demand to come and live in the UK. No wonder.
Unlimited demand. It's not a bloody holiday, is it? Honestly, how bad does that sound?
I mean, it sounds absolutely appalling, and it should have brought this government down and the previous government down many years ago. And yet somehow it seems to be factored in now. Is everybody okay with the fact that there are hundreds of undocumented males pouring into our country? Each and every one of them has a massive price tag for the British taxpayer attached. Of course, we can have compassion for those genuinely fleeing war and terror, but there's no war and terror in France. They have come across multiple safe countries to come to the UK because of the deal that they are given when they get here. And the chances of them being kicked out are absolutely statistically infinitesimal.
And let's add to what Isabel quite rightly says about that story in the front of the Times. You'll have heard that madness of about 10 days ago where the Home Office, again, the woman with strong words, Shabana Mahmood, wants to give £40,000 tax-free, which is about 56 grand, by the way. You'd have to earn 56 grand, twice the normal average. You can be given £40,000 if you arrive with your family to make sure that you leave. Somebody phoned me the other day, Isabel, and said that's like migrant monopoly. You know, get boat, arrive, do not pass go, collect your £40,000, be deported, come back and do it again. Well, you know, I've sat here with you for 3 years, just wanting to pull what remaining hair I've got out of my head because I don't understand. You used a really great phrase there. Has it become normalised? Yeah, it's become normalised that you can come here and screw our system. It's become normalised that puts the British people on the back foot. It's become normalised that politician after politician after politician says, I'm going to do something, and then they either do not have the balls or the will or whatever. The criticism of reform, and I've asked that Richard this morning, is the critics will say, yeah, but you say you're going to sort this and you say you'll sort this and where's the money from? Richard explained about net zero. To me, this whole migrant thing is really, really simple. I've said it until I'm blue in the face. Put the Navy in the Channel, recommission a bloody great liner, don't allow anybody to set foot, process them with a crack team in 24 hours. If you're allowed in, I'll roll out the red carpet, and if not, you're going to a detention centre which isn't a hotel, which might make you send a few messages back to your friends that we're not the soft touch we are. Why the hell can't that happen? Don't understand it.
Well, maybe because HMS Dragon has finally arrived somewhere else, and that's the only bit of Navy we've got. But fundamentally, of course, I agree with you. There is no point in a navy if it can't even protect us for this. And you talked about migrant monopoly. This is not migrant monopoly. This is migrant win the lottery. To put those figures in context, the average annual earnings in the countries of origin of many of these migrants, if you look at a country like Eritrea or Chad or Sudan, you're pretty lucky if you earn $2,000 a year. $2,000 a year. So think about £40,000. What's that about? $53,000. We are giving them basically a lifetime of income. It is completely and utterly insane. And I wish I could stop saying it's got to stop, but no government seems to be capable of doing so.
Do you think if there is a reform government or a right-leaning government next time that there will, they talk about the will, Isabel, they talk about the blob. Can this problem very quickly, can it be solved?
It just absolutely has to be. If there is a reform government and they fail to stop the boats, then I think that all hell will break loose. That is sort of fundamental to reform's offer. They've always said they would stop the boats, and stop the boats they will do. I am fully confident of that, and they will do it in pretty short order if they are lucky enough to get elected.
Can I just say a massive thank you? This lady is an absolute stalwart. She might be in the Alps. She's literally sitting on a carpet. She's balanced a Zoom camera up on some pasture, and your daughter hasn't come in. We love you, Isabel. Thank you so much. And put that Tice in his place. He started talking about himself in the third person.